Welcome to the Old Time Radio Westerns. I'm your host, Andrew Rhynes, and let's get into this episode. This episode is going to be The Lone Ranger. Original air date is March 3rd, 1944, and the title is Four People Westbound. Let's get into it, and I hope you enjoy.
A fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo Silver, the Lone Ranger. With his faithful Indian companion Tonto, the masked rider of the plains led the fight for law and order in the early western United States. The stories of his strength and courage, his daring and resourcefulness have come down to us through the generations. And nowhere in the pages of history can one find a greater champion of justice. Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. From out of the past and the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse Silver, the Lone Ranger rides again.
Come on, Silver! Come on, big fellow! Hi-yo, Silver! Hi!
The Lone Ranger, Tonto, and the masked man's nephew, 14-year-old Dan Reed, came from their last camp in the rugged hills surrounding Diamond Head Mountain.
The stage trail's right ahead of us, isn't it?
That's right, Dan. We'll wait there for the stage from Larksville.
It's about time for it to show up.
Well, me glad to get out of Diamond Head. That's not good country.
Yeah, it was certainly rough going in some of those grades.
I can rein up right here. Whoa, boy. Whoa, easy.
Fella.
This is a new stage trail between Larksville and Laramie, Dan.
Oh, was there another?
Yes, the stages used to go north of the Diamond Head Mountains. The route was changed because of the Badlands north of there.
Oh, I see. The country's pretty flat to the south of the new trail.
Oh, many settlements south of trail.
I bet the people of Hawksville were glad to see the trail changed. It brought the stages right through Hawksville.
You've got it twisted, Dan. Hawksville sprang up because of the stage line.
Oh.
Butterfield built a station there to change horses. Town grew up around it. I think that... What's the matter, Tonto?
Me see dust come from east.
See, that's right. That can't be the stage.
No, it's not the stage.
Two feller on horseback.
I say they're coming hard.
Plenty fast.
Something's wrong.
Golly.
Men don't push horses that hard without reason. Steady there, Silver.
Do you think they're outlaws on a run?
We'll know in a minute. Head back a few paces, Dan.
Yes, sir. Come on, Pitcher.
Spread out, Tonto, so they can't cover all of us.
This all right?
Yes. One of those men has a carbine ready for use.
Me see him.
Get them hands up! Enemy!
Whoa there, boy. Whoa!
Masked, by thunder. Look at him, Lefty. He's masked. Get them hands up, stranger, or I'll unravel some cartridges and you'll be bedded down for keeps.
Hold on, Sam. These ain't the same three.
Maybe they changed their looks in some way. I'm taking no chances.
Now, hold on. Are you a Butterfield guard?
I'm that all right, and I'm painted for war.
Sam, one of these is an Indian. That one's just a youngster without hardware.
Just the same.
Where's your stagecoach?
That's what I want to know. When I find the polecasts that took it, I'll put so many holes in them they'll look like cabbage leaves after a hailstorm.
Sam,
But I tell
you stop further and let me do the talking. These ain't the three we saw in Larksville.
That masked man?
Never mind that mask. Another man's life never makes a soft pillow.
Oh, why don't you get down to cases?
Well, I aim to. Get up there. Did you see the stage go by here?
Oh, we've been looking for it.
To bushwhack it?
I hope to meet Flint Calkins. He was supposed to be on the stage. We were to meet in Hawksville.
A few miles west of here?
Yes. Did you see Flint Calkins?
I don't know him.
He's a United States Marshal.
If he was one of the 4 passengers that got aboard in Larksville, he's in the hands of the critters that stole our stage.
How did they steal it?
The ornery, low-living...
I'm talking, Sam. Well, you see, we waited in Larksville for the horses to be changed. It's a tough pull from there to Hawksville. We changed horses in Larksville and again Hawksville.
Yes?
While we was waiting, we noted that there was to be 4 passengers. One of them invited us to have a drink with him and 2 of his friends.
Were his friends passengers?
Nope, we don't know who they were. Well, we took a drink and fell to sleep. We woke up and the stage was gone. It started out to the west.
Maybe it's on the old trail, north of the mountains.
If that's the case, those passengers will be in trouble. There's no water, food, or fresh horses, and they'll never make Laramie without all 3.
By ginger, they'll be as hungry as a woodpecker with a headache. Lefty, we got to get back to Larksville and follow the north trail. We'll find them starving somewhere along the line. Come on.
Right, come on, Sam. Get up there.
Get up.
Golly, someone stole a stage. Is it true about the North Trail being so bad?
It is now, Dan. It's so grown over, it'll take 3 times as long to get to Laramie.
What we do?
Now, we'll ride due north and try to intercept the stage.
Can we cross those mountains?
It can be done in dry weather, Dan. Come on, Silver.
Get him up, Scout.
The old north roadbed was deep with gravel and overgrown with weeds. Travel was slow, and the horses were tiring fast. 2 of the passengers sat with their eyes closed and had apparently slept since leaving the town of Larksville. The woman passenger held a small black bag in her lap. After a long silence, she spoke to the man sitting next to her.
Wish I could sleep like that. The trip would seem a lot shorter.
Well, those men are accustomed to this kind of travel.
You look like an Easterner to me, Mr. Thomas.
Yes, I'm from the East, Mrs. Fairfield.
Just call me Millie. Fairfield died 6 months ago.
Oh. Are you going to make your home in Laramie?
Yes, I'll get some cash. I'm going to open a cafe. Do some singing.
Oh.
Blue Eyes over there on the opposite seat told me you figured on preaching gospel to the Indians.
Oh, yes. I'm going to build a little chapel in Laramie.
A missioner, huh? You got the cash to build a chapel?
Well, no.
Where'll you get it?
I don't know, Mrs. Fairfield, but I'll get it.
Just trusting to faith, huh?
You might put it that way.
Maybe you're right, but I'd sooner put my trust in hard cash. What I have in this black bag will build my cafe, and I know I can count on it. Hey, what time is it?
3:30.
We were to stop in Hawksville at 1 o'clock to eat and change horses. Did I sleep through that?
I know we haven't been in Hawksville in any other town.
Well, let me look out.
I closed the curtains to keep out the sun and dust.
Oh, wait a minute. Open the curtain on that side.
Very well. What's the matter?
Look. Look at those mountains.
Yes, the scenery is marvelous.
Well, the scenery is all right, but it's in the wrong place.
The wrong place.
Yeah. These mountains should be north of the stage trail. Instead of that, they're south.
Are you sure they should be north?
You bet I am. I spent plenty of cash to learn all about this part of the country before I decided to open my place in Laramie. Hey, wake up those gents on the opposite seat and see if they know anything about this.
I'm awake, Mrs. Fairfield.
Oh, well, look, Blue Eyes, do you know...
The name is Calkins, ma'am.
Well, that's all right with me. Do you know anything about this stage route?
Not very much. It's my first time in this part of the country. But I thought we'd go through Hawksville.
We won't.
Well, you're awake, too, eh?
Yes, I'm awake.
Well, maybe you heard me talking to Mr. Thomas about the stage trail. Are we on the right trail?
This trail will get us to Laramie, all right. There's nothing to worry about, Millie.
Oh, good.
There are 2 trails. One goes south of the mountains. This goes north. It's longer, but to be preferred.
Well, how's that?
There has to be a change of horses to get to Laramie.
Well, that's right. We were to change at Hawksville.
Change of horses has been arranged.
Well, how about food and water? I'm hungry and thirsty.
Both have been arranged for.
Oh, well, as long as we'll make it, all right.
Now, I'll stop the stage and find out why we took this
You
trail.
needn't bother stopping the stage, I can tell you.
You can?
The guard and driver who came on board at Larksville are not the ones who were supposed to handle the stage. There were substitutions made.
Why?
Because I wanted them. I didn't want the stage to go through Hawksville.
Why again?
I didn't want to meet a certain party in Hawksville. Does that answer you?
Not exactly.
Calkins, have you ever heard of Lucky Dixon?
Meaning you?
Meaning me.
Yeah. Gambler?
I play cards professionally.
Does the law want you?
I was to be questioned by a certain party who was to meet me in Hawksville. That's why we're not going through Hawksville. I wouldn't have gone to so much trouble if it hadn't been important for me to reach Laramie.
Why were you to be questioned? Kill someone? Or rob a bank?
Why don't you guess, Mr. Calkins? You see, I put my faith in my luck.
In your luck, huh?
Yes, the lady was saying she put her faith in her money. She counted on that to get her where she wanted to be. Mr. Thomas puts his faith in a miracle to get him his church. When all is said and done, what's better than luck?
You figure that way.
My usual luck that brought me to overhear plans for a United States Marshal to meet me in Hawksville.
That's a good one.
Yes?
Me, I put my faith in these two guns.
Come on, put that hardware away. It makes me nervous.
Looks like your luck's let you down, Dixon.
Yes?
You see, my name's Flint Calkins. I'm that United States Marshal.
What?
I'm the gent that was to meet you in Hawksville. Looks like your luck turned sour when I got on the same stage.
Flint Calkins, huh? And you depend on guns.
They've always seen me through.
I never like to be near a man who has loaded guns. With the stage bouncing as it was a simple matter for the especially trained fingers of a gambler to take your guns, remove the cartridges, and return your guns to the holster.
What?
Now I've got...
Take it easy, Dixon. No use looking for your sneak gun. I took that Derringer out of your pocket and tossed it out the window a long time ago.
Oh. So neither of us is armed.
Thank goodness. Now, boys, you've got no shooting iron, so you might as well sit tight.
We will. Until we meet my friends with spare horses.
What about food and water? You said
Yes, there'll be food and water.
hold it.
We're stopping.
Is this where we change?
Probably.
Hey, Dixon.
Driver. Is this the place?
Yeah. We're lucky to get this far. The off-lead horse threw a shoe. The rest are in bad shape from tough going. And we're bad needing water.
We should have taken on an extra supply.
We couldn't without arousing suspicions.
Is that one of the men who helped you clean out the tax office?
Yes, Calkins, it is.
Hey,
We've got Flint Calkins, the marshal, with us, Gimp. We'll take care of him when the other boys arrive. Meanwhile, lend me one of your guns.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, please
It's
don't.
all right. There'll be no shooting as long as there's no fast play by the lawman. All of you step down so we can make sure we've got the only weapons. Outlaws and scattered bands of vagrant Indians were about the only people to be found in the Diamond Head Mountains. The wild, desolate country was treacherous at best. Trails were few, and the best of them impassable in places in wet weather. The Lone Ranger, Dan, and Tonto had ridden in single file around the edge of one peak. Then, as they came to a valley, they were able to ride abreast again.
Golly, sure would hate to take that ride in wet weather.
Don't think it could be made, Dan.
Wouldn't it have been almost as short and quick to go over to Larksville and get on the North Trail that way?
Oh, it wouldn't.
We make better time this way.
Those two men from the Butterfield will be far behind the stage. We may get to the North Trail ahead of it.
Who are you going to meet on the stage?
Then Calkins, the United States Marshal.
Golly.
I had information for him.
Who's he after?
I don't know, Dan. But a crook named Rudd is in these mountains, and I'm sure Flint would be glad to meet him.
Rudd.
Wait. Rein up.
Oh, Silver,
Silver.
easy.
Several fellow ride this trail.
Recently?
Help me take a look.
Maybe it's Rudd and his friends.
How many, Tonto?
3, maybe more rider come this way.
Heading which way?
Heading the same way we go. Go ahead to yonder rock, then turn that rock. We watch trail.
Yes. Better keep our eyes open. Come on, boy.
Get him up, Scout.
Maybe they are Rudd's men.
I hope not. I hate to meet those killers with you along, Dan.
Oh, golly,
Dan, I'm going to loan you a gun in case we do run up against them.
Golly, thanks.
Stick it in your belt in case it's needed.
I won't use it until you signal.
You're not old enough to wear guns of your own, but you'll get them one of these days.
That'll be swell.
Maybe we take careful look around Big Rock.
Yes. Rein up. Pull Silver. Easy.
yeah, fella.
Steady. Keep back a little, Dan.
All right. But you never let me take any risks.
Come on.
Come on, Scout.
Hello. Look over there.
Plenty trouble there.
Come on. Come on, Silver.
Get him up, Scout.
The The curtain falls on the first act of our Lone Ranger story. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a few moments. Now to continue our story. As the Lone Ranger, Dan, and Tonto came around a rock in the Diamond Head Mountains, they saw 3 men sprawled on the ground. There was no question about the fact that the men were dead.
Hold, Silver. Hold, Steady, big fella. Let's see. No chance to help them. They're beyond help. How long ago did it happen, Tonto?
Maybe 1 hour.
Cut sign, Kimosabe. See what you can learn about this.
He's steady ground.
Tracks go from here toward the north.
Yeah, a lot of tracks. Is one of these dead men the one you called Rudd?
No, Dan. But these men might have met Rudd and his pals.
There seems to have been a lot of horses here.
Well, here comes Tonto. He's learned something.
Golly, he sure can read trail signs.
What did you learn, Kimosabe?
Well, horses come from that way. 3 horse with rider and 4 extra horse without rider.
7 horses and 3 men.
That's right. When all get here, they're gunfight. Not many shots fired, but 3 men killed.
Killed by the men who went ahead of us on the trail.
That's right. All 3 fellas shot. Then killers take all horses and go that way.
North? The same way we're going.
You say there were 4 extra horses?
4 horse without rider.
Well, there'll be more than that.
That's right. Killer leave with 7 extra horse.
Maybe if we went through the pockets...
Oh, it's already been done, Dan.
Some pocket inside out. How many horse on stagecoach?
I think they used 4 for this part of the trip, Tonto.
Then maybe these were the extra horses for the stage.
Come on. Steady, Silver. We'll go ahead and keep our eyes open. Come on, Silver.
Get him on the scout.
On the Old North Trail, the horses had been unhitched by the guard and driver of the stage. Dixon, the gambler, held a gun in his lap while he forced the lawman, the missioner, and Millie Fairfield to sit together in the seat opposite.
I don't want any trouble, and this is the best way to avoid it.
Mr. Dixon.
Go ahead, Missioner, say it.
When your friends come, what do you intend to do with us?
Originally, I planned to do nothing more than ride to Laramie without going through Hawksville. Now, however, the plans have to be changed. I didn't expect a lawman to be on the stage.
You counted on your luck once too often, huh, Dixon?
Oh, no. No, my luck is still good. You see, it was good luck that made me aware that you were what you are. You counted once too often on your guns.
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen to me, Lucky.
Yes?
It don't make a particle of difference to me what you are or what you've been. There's nothing to gain in doing away with me, is there?
No?
Who am I to make trouble for you? Let everyone mind his own business.
That's an interesting idea.
Now, I've got plenty of money. I'll pay you handsomely to leave me alone.
In that bag?
Yeah, right here. I'll give you cash.
You've always found that money would get you almost anything, haven't you, Mrs. Fairfield?
Sure it will.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't let any witnesses survive. The risk is too great.
But I'll pay you. I'll pay anything. Name the price. I've got plenty of cash here in this bag.
Is there anything to keep me from taking the bag and all that's in it?
Oh, but you wouldn't...
I'm sorry. I am really sorry. But I simply can't take the risk. When you got to Laramie, you'd be questioned by the law. You'd be compelled to tell what you knew, and there'd be another charge against me.
I won't talk.
No. No, you won't talk.
I swear, I promise that
I can't take the risk.
And gold, too, has failed.
What's that, Thomas?
Well, first, the marshal's guns, in which he had such faith, proved worthless. Now the money you thought would get you anything is worth no more than dust.
Well, it seems that I was right, huh? Luck is the thing to count on.
Your luck will fail you, Dixon.
Yes? But I'll risk that.
Your luck will fail you when you need it most.
Here come the others. They've got the extra horses.
All right, you three, get out of the stage.
No, please, Dixon. Don't shoot us like this.
Out, I said. Open the door and drag him out.
Step down, Mrs. Fairfield. We might as well do what he wants. Like this.
You fool!
Flint!
You should have known better than to try and jump me. Put him on the ground.
Right.
Now you get out, Thomas.
Calkins, did he get your bag?
It's going to be worse.
Hey, Dixon, those ain't our boys.
What?
Look, it's Red Rudd.
Rudd?
We've got to fight him.
I'll show them.
Dixon, let that coyote have it.
Dixon and the guard and the driver opened fire on Rudd and his gang, who took shelter behind nearby rocks. Thomas, the missioner, pulled Millie to safety beside the stagecoach, then kneeled down to help the wounded marshal.
Millie, help me with the marshal. Get him on the other side of the wagon.
All right.
That's it. Put the stage between us and the gunfire.
He's heavy.
He's still alive. Maybe the wound isn't fatal. A little more. That's it.
There's a ditch over there.
Yeah, we can make it. We'll be sheltered there.
Hey, a bullet just nipped your sleeve.
Come on, put him over there. A little more. That's it. Down now.
I'll open his shirt and see what the wound is like.
What's the shooting?
Dixon's enemies arrived instead of his friends.
Guard isn't firing. What's the matter?
Stop the bullet in the wrong place.
Give me more cartridges. I'll show Rudd his bet. No!
Was that Dixon?
Yes, Flint.
Did he lean against a bullet?
Yes, a fatal one.
You said his luck would let him down when he needed it most.
The gunplay has stopped.
The last of all was the stage driver.
Rudd's outfit got all three of them. Now they'll come to get us.
Well, let's bandage the marshal's wound.
Bandage it? For what? There's no use bandaging
The wound needs attention. Tears strip from your dress, Millie.
Thomas, you're sure a cool one under fire.
Still trusting in your faith, huh?
Please, a strip from your dress for a bandage, please.
Hey, what are you doing?
Our friend was wounded. I'm putting a bandage on him.
For what? We don't leave witnesses.
That's what Dixon said. We outlived him.
You won't outlive me.
I heard Dixon call you Rudd. Let me have your canteen, Rudd. I want to wash this wound.
Of all the cool nerve. Look here, you. This is a gun. Do you know what a gun is?
Of course. But it's the canteen I want. We all need a drink of water.
Well, all right. Take it. Never deprived anyone of his last drink. Even if it's nothing but a drink of water. Here, Cat.
Thank you.
Hey, Rudd. I looked into the stage and found this bag of money. It's a nice haul.
All right. See if there's anything else in the stage, then set her afire.
What about those three?
Well, I'll dispose of them as soon as they've had their last drink. Hey, you. Don't bother to dress that wound.
I finished.
All right, then. You want us standing up or sitting there on the ground?
Thomas, the missioner, stood with a smile of defiance on his face. He didn't know that help was close at hand. The Lone Ranger, Dan, and Tonto had ridden up during the gun battle.
Right up. Steady.
Look, that's the fella on the stage, Paul.
Leave the horses here and dismount. Steady, big fella.
Are we going to charge those killers?
Dan, cut to the left. Get back of that rock. Take this gun.
Yes, sir.
Tonto, you advance straight ahead. Keep out of sight as much as possible. I'll go to the right. And we'll close in on them from three sides. They won't know how many are against them. Don't fire unless I give the signal. Then fire at their legs.
Right.
The Lone Ranger hurried forward, circling to the right of the stagecoach. The killers were too intent on their examination of the stage and the passengers to notice a slight movement in the weeds and bushes as the masked man took his position. He held a gun ready, watching Rudd's every motion. Presently, he heard the conversation.
All right. See if there's anything else in the stage, then set her afire.
What about those three?
I'll dispose of them as soon as they've had their last drink. Hey, you. Don't bother to dress that wound.
I finished.
All right, then. You want it standing up or sitting there on the ground?
Drop it.
What the?
That goes for the rest of you.
Get that mask back.
Reach for a gun and my men will open up.
No, he's bluffing. He's alone. Give me another gun. I'll show him.
You need proof, Rudd. All right, then.
Got me. My leg. Oh.
Ray, that shooting.
You want some more?
Oh, you got us surrounded.
Throw down your guns, all of you.
All right.
Right here, Dad.
Now line up there. You two can sit on the ground and see how badly you're wounded.
Oh, mister, you sure came at the right time. We were the passengers on the stage, but hey, you're masked. Are you going to finish what they started?
I'm hoping to see you through to Laramie.
Hey, now, wait a minute. Well, you're masked. Maybe we can make a deal. I've got a whole bag full of money here.
The only deal you can make, Rudd, is with your lawyer when you get to Laramie. If you can find a lawyer to defend you.
That money ain't worth a dime. I found that out.
Shall I tie those men?
Yes, please. And we'll put them in the stage and hitch their horses. Dan, Tonto, come in. Bring the horses with you.
You want me to hold that gun on him, I can do it.
Calkins, it's you.
Dixon drilled me before he got here.
This has been a presentation of OTRWesterns.com, and we hope you enjoyed. Please take some time to like and rate our shows in your favorite podcast application. Follow us on Facebook by going to OTRWesterns.com/Facebook. Join in the conversation by going to OTRWesterns.com/Discord. And don't forget to send us an email, podcast@OTRWesterns.com. This episode is copyright under the Attribution Non-Commercial Share Alike copyright. For more information, go to OTRWesterns.com/copyright. Have a great day, and again, thanks for listening.